Hello, I'm Mark Haglund, artist out of Zimmerman, Minnesota. Today I'm here in Elk River at Otsego Park, and I'm going to do a painting. I'm going to talk a little bit today about color temperature. Next to values, color temperature are probably the most important thing that you can do, especially for landscape painting. Because in landscapes, your value range is really tight. So the only way you can differentiate one area from another often is by color temperature. And so I'm going to get started with this painting and hopefully be able to explain this as we go along. It's not a very easy thing to understand, but once you get it and understand that it's there, it's pretty easy. Alright, today here's my thumbnail sketches I did. I've got a couple of them circled. I think I'm going to be using the one on the lower right hand corner down there. This one right here. And I'm going to try and lead the eye. I did some writing there, warm and cool. Lead the viewer through the painting using light and shadow. So we're going to see if we can pull that off. Alright, well here is the sketch-in I did off of the thumbnail. So there's the thumbnail, there's the sketch, and you can't really see warm and cool, but you can see value here. This is where value comes in important. We will try and stay to this value statement here also, but we're going to talk a little bit and I'm going to try and demonstrate warm and cool colors. Warm and cool colors are a very difficult concept to get a hold of, but we'll start the conversation and we'll continue it in other paintings. But again, along the lines of composition, a nice interesting shapes in the lights here, an interesting shape. So I'm leading the eye. These lines aren't by accident. Here there's light that's coming around the trees and making its way back to there. It's the clear path is actually right behind the trees on this dark here. Got this dark pointing in this direction. These ones kind of hinting over that way too. And there'll be a light area of sunlight coming through. So you get a strong sense that the sun is coming here. It'll be my job here to show some sun on these trees, sun on the front of these trees, and then pretty much all dark up on top. So I have a nice dark frame going around the painting, some darks that lead you through, and so for the most part, leading the eyes using the light and dark, like I said. One of the tips I do want to say that I forget to mention, and sometimes even forget to do myself. When you get your brushes out and you get ready to paint, always prime them by sticking them in the thinner and then just patting them off and letting them get warmed up a little bit. What this does is actually get the bristles inside here soaked with solvent, and I'm using a odorless mineral spirits for these oil paintings. So that's what we're using, and that gets inside the bristles and helps to keep them so that they don't dry out. Paint doesn't get in there and dry out. So that's what you do. You prime them, plus it helps to for the paintbrush to accept color better too. So anyways, that's a little tip. Alright, so here is the block end so far. And talking about color temperature, you can see these warmer colors up front come forward a bit. I'll cool these as they go back. I've got a few of the darks in so that we can kind of see the light pattern here. This color green up here in the front is warmer than the green right behind it. Now remember, when we're painting here, we have to fool the eye. We're on a 2D surface and we have to make this look three-dimensional. And it's starting to look real three-dimensional because of color temperature and value. But color temperature is what we're going to focus on here. You can see this value is lighter than this value, but also it's a whole lot cooler than this value right here. So again, value from here to here, this is lighter, this is darker, and color temperature, this is warmer, this is cooler. And so even in this greens, we got a warm and a cool color. The sky will be one of the coolest colors in there, and that will be what pushes way back. Now it's a little bit warm, so I will come back in just a few seconds and show you what's going on. Alright, well, this is how far I got. There's still maybe too many warms in the background, but you can see the value is held together pretty well. So anyways, a few minutes of touch up at home, and I'll show you the completed thing. Right now I gotta go. So there's the completed painting, and took a little bit longer, about an hour or so, to get her finished up. So I stuck with my value pattern and my cool to warm. That's really hard to show warm and cool colors, but you gotta, one of the things that I do is if I put it down and it doesn't seem to work, or it blends with the color next to it, change the temperature. In this area up here, this whole dark ridge across here, this is a warm dark, this is a cool dark. But you don't notice them, they look like one solid mass because they are the same value. But they show differently. The cooler mass belongs to this tree that's back a little bit farther. The warmer mass belongs to this tree that's forward a little bit more. Cool mass is back in here as opposed to a little bit warmer masses up in front. Same color, just a little bit more warmer, a little bit more white or cool in the back. So Mark Haglund with Mark Haglund's Fine Art. Again, my palette, give you a quick palette rundown. Titanium white, ultramarine blue, Naples yellow, cad yellow, burnt sienna, and cadmium red light. You have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video.